everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. My name is Maggie and I am the Planty Mama. If you are watching this, then yes, this is the long-awaited greenhouse tent show and tell tour. There you go, tour, that's a word. So I have recently gotten my setup a little bit different in my greenhouse. As you notice, I have new lights in here because the ones that I had, the purple ones that were hanging over top, they quit working on me, and it took me about 2 to 3 months to order new ones, and yeah. But we're gonna talk about what's inside my green tent, okay? So yeah, we're gonna do that. Really quick before I keep going, make sure that if you haven't already, you hit the subscribe button. I am going to be posting new videos on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday. That is the goal and the plan. And so you'll get new content 3 times a week from me. And also hit that like button because I'm a pretty cool person. At least I like to think so. Also, please make sure that you watch my video all the way through to the end because it really helps out my channel if you guys do that, okay? Okay, so let's get going to the plants. All right, so here's just a quick overview. Da-na-na-na-na. Da-na-na-na. Okay, so this might be the best angle I can get. I mean, I could always get my tripod and put it on the table that this is on, but I don't want to, so I'm not doing that. All right, so we're gonna get started with the first shelf. Inside of my grow tent, I have a lot of my plants that are being rehabbed. I've got cuttings that I'm trying to root. I've got plants in here I'm trying to get new growth out of because they've just been kind of stagnant on growth, and just changing it up, giving them more humidity to see if that helps. So let's just start. So first and foremost, I have got my Anthurium variegated, who is not doing the best at all. But just pulling her out now, I am noticing that there is new growth on here. I've had her in my grow tent for probably 2.5, 3 weeks, maybe not even that long. And I am getting new growth right there. Finally, new growth. Oh my gosh, I am so excited. I'm obviously going to be losing this leaf. I didn't just want to cut it off though, because I've already lost 1 leaf and this was an expensive plant. So I'm excited to see how this new leaf looks coming in my care. Super excited. I had it in soil and switched it over to sphagnum moss because someone in a local gardening group said that their anthuriums are way happier in sphagnum moss. So that's what I have it in. I picked up the sphagnum moss at Home Depot. Where's my cube of it? There's a cube of it somewhere. I don't know. I can put a link in the description if I remember, or show you guys eventually. I don't know where it is right now. So you're just gonna have to go without knowing until I post it in the description. It's the lightest color block sphagnum moss that Home Depot carries. But I have it in here, and then I water it with water that has Super Thrive in it. And I water when it starts to get crunchy on the top. And then when I water it, I pull it out and I squeeze it really well over a tray. And because you don't want the sphagnum to be super, super wet. But this is my Anthurium variegated that's finally giving me a new leaf. Okay, next up we've got the gift from my good friend Jelly. This is a cutting from her Pink Princess Philodendron. I got this as a Secret Santa gift. I want to say around the 13th or 14th. And it is doing well. So what's sad is I'm probably going to lose this biggest leaf, just because of the way that it was cut, which is fine. But, so today is the 1st, so Happy New Year, but that is the root that I'm getting out of it right now. And then this leaf has almost completely unfurled. There is no pink on this leaf from what I can tell, but there is nice coloring in the stem. So you can see that pink line right there. So I have no doubt that this is gonna give me some pink leaves. Okay, so that is my Pink Princess Philodendron. And then I have got a prop jar in here, which this was just like a salsa jar or something, I think. But here I have got a Micans cutting that is growing really weird. It only gave me growth out of that node, so I don't know. I am rooting this for someone who really wants a Micans. I'm just giving it to her. And then I have got a cutting of my Hoya australis. Well, it was my Hoya australis. I recently sold it because my dog got into a little pickle. He broke his toe and I needed to take him to the vet, and it was a close to $500 bill. So I had to sell some stuff that didn't really just bring me joy anymore. So I sold the big australis, but I'm glad I saved a cutting. So that way I still have a little piece of it. But this has been here for a long time and that's all it's given me. So, and then this is ready for soil, to say the least. This was sold to me as a possibly reverting elbow cutting. And then they didn't even send me the part of the plant that had white in it. So I was pretty upset about that because I spent $100 on a Monstera cutting. But there is some white that is right there, and I am hoping that it will give me some variegation and not be a complete waste of money. But I mean, it's more than ready for soil right now. I have no reason why I haven't put in soil, just besides sheer laziness. So that is that. And then I have another jar in here. This is a rehab. This is my Philodendron bilite. So, ooh, I need to change the water on this. This is gross. It smells. Blech. See, glad I pulled it out. Glad I'm doing this. There's a benefit to it, Maggie. The reason why I pulled this out, because I wasn't getting any new growth out of it. So then I pull it out and I look at the roots and it had root rot in it. So I stuck it in some water, hoping to get some better roots out of it and hoping to get this. It smells like sulfur, like eggs. So I definitely need to change the water. This does look a little bit taller, so I'm hoping that it's finally giving me a leaf, because I've had this one for a while. But I do love this plant. I love the shape of the leaf. I love that they're rippled. I love that the edges are pink. It has pink margins and the stems are kind of pinkish. I'm gonna leave this out so I can change the water. Ugh, bad. Okay. All right, next up, this is a sad one. This is my this is my Anthurium crystallineum that I got from my import from Thailand or Indonesia or Thailand. I lost all of the leaves. There is a video that you might see before this, you might see after this, where I talk about it when the leaf was dying, about being one of the plants that was just struggle busing for 2020. There is a growth point down here on the side. So I'm hoping that it just needs a little love before it can grow, which it does need watered. So I'm gonna leave this out so I can do that, because otherwise I'll forget. Okay. This one probably needs watered too. This is my, there's a tag on here that I don't want on here. Fuck it, whatever. Look at how pretty these cement pots, Bettina. I love the cement pots. They're my favorite. Okay, so this is my Philodendron milanochrysome, again from that import. So I lost the 2 leaves that it came with, which it just did not ship well, you guys. Like, it really didn't. I'm just pulling the little sheath down, but it has this leaf that does have a little bit of a crunchy end that has been slowly turning to unfurl. So I'm hoping that it's going to unfurl for me soon, because I need a win, to say the least. All right, so yeah, this guy needs watered also. I normally water everything on Sundays, but they didn't seem like they needed watered on Sunday, so I just waited. But now today's Friday, so I might have waited a little bit too long. Okay, anyways, let's keep going. Next up is a newer plant that you guys haven't seen yet. This is my Hoya. No, I just posted an unboxing video for today. This video is going up on Monday, sometime next week. I don't know. Not today, which is the 1st. But this is my Hoya surigaonesis. But this is just a big leaf Hoya. And I mean, I am very excited for this one because the leaves can get massive. I am obsessed with these big veiny leaves right now. So very excited about this one. It did have a little growth point that was right here and it fell off after shipment, but I currently have it rehabbing in Leca with Super Thrive, and it seems to be doing great so far. Okay, I got that on Christmas Eve, so I've only had it a couple weeks. This is my Hoya gladys, and this has been, you guys, I have probably had this thing for damn near 6 months at this point, and it hasn't given me any growth. It looked like it was going to give me growth towards the bottom, but I put it in here a couple of days ago, just hoping that the humidity would encourage some more growth. So it's my little Hoya gladys cutting. It is fully rooted. These are more of like a cardboardy feeling Hoya, but I really love the coloring and the splash on these. It looks like it might be trying to give me a new stem. God, I hope so. Okay. This is one of my new babies. This is my, I don't know if I've talked about this one on this channel yet. This is my Philodendron. Now I can't remember the name. El Choco Red. So this, no, it's an Anthurium or Philodendron. I can't remember right now. Who cares? I love it. It's gorgeous. So look at this little baby. And I got it locally. I traded my Philodendron gigas for it. I'm so much more happy with this plant than I was the gigas. And it doesn't look like it's given me too many new roots just yet. The sphagnum is still kind of moist. There is humidity down at the bottom, so it doesn't need any water just yet. But guys, this is so freaking gorgeous. Just look at it. Oh my gosh. So gorgeous. The backs come in this beautiful red color. And then the new growth right here, which will come through right there, is red. So I hope that it likes it here because I love it. Okay, next up is my Anthurium forgettii dark form. If you've been around here for a while, then you remember my unboxing where I unboxed this guy. And I was on a plant van and I was like, I am not buying another plant unless I can get an Anthurium forgettii for less than $100. And this is her. The seller gave her to me for $99. I think I've had her since September, maybe. And look at that new growth. Would you look at it? I am so excited. This is going to be the ittiest bittiest tiny leaf. Like, I can see, like, it's probably going to be as big as my fingernail, and I'm going to be so thrilled when it comes up. I am so excited about this one. You guys, I am so excited. I love this one, and it's even, like, it's just the baby form of it. I cannot wait until the veins are more prominent. Oh my god. Okay. Anthurium forgettii dark form. It's so cute. Okay. Here's another good one. This is my Philodendron burlmarks fantasy, and I got this as a cutting a while ago from a purge. I think I spent like $50 on it, maybe $65 with shipping, but it had a single leaf. It fell like pretty immediately after I got it, and this is a leaf right here, and then it has a new leaf pushing up right there. So I cannot wait until this guy gets bigger and the leaves just get really nice and fat. You guys have, like, if you haven't seen Harley G's, I don't remember which one it is, but I think it was in one of her prop boxes videos, one of her most recent ones, she showed her BMF. That's like what they're, like what people, like the short term for it is. She showed her BMF, and you guys, it is so gorgeous. I am so jealous of Harley's BMF. It is like, the leaves are like, and it has like six or seven of them on there. And she's like, oh yeah, it grows like crazy. I just take cuttings and da 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 da. And I'm like, I can't even get mine to like unfurl a leaf fully. Okay, so next up is another burlmarks. This is my variegated burlmarks. So I recently moved this guy into the humidity tent because I'm out of breath. Lord, excuse me. Not sponsored by Taco Bell, but you know, Baja Blast. So this was not giving me any new growth. It had a second stem here that was reverted, and I cut it, and I actually sold it to a friend. And since I did, since I cut it, you can kind of see right there, it is giving me a new leaf right there. So it's giving me new growth. I'm hoping that it's not going to be all white because these are not stable. They can't photosynthesize because they don't have any green in them. So these are slowly turning on me, but oh, there's two leaves actually coming in right there. So there is one right there and then that one right there. Cool. But this one was also part of my plant haul from my big rare houseplant unboxing I did that I imported. Anyways, okay, so this is my Philodendron Florida Ghost, and I love it so much. So I had this one in the grow tent initially when I had the old lights, and when they died, I took it out and put it on my Hoya shelf because I didn't want the leaves to not come in white, because this leaf came in and it was like this color when it came in. All right. And then the Hoya lights were too intense where it was sitting, and it burnt it a little bit. So, and it had this growth right here coming in on it, and this one down here coming in on it. So once I got in the new lights, I just put it in here and I have it off to the side. So that way it's still getting good light, but it's not like right underneath the grow lights. But you guys, I love this one. I think it's gorgeous. I love how the petioles are like red to green here. And this leaf is the most newest one. And I am getting Florida Beauty vibes from it because it's almost looking kind of variegated right there. Of course, I don't know if they can turn variegated or not. Sometimes they can throw variegated leaves. I know that, so I don't know, but I don't care. I love it. This one came from that seller that I did my haul from, and which I'm planning on doing another one with him once the weather gets nicer. So if you're watching this, just remember, I am going to do another order. He does watch my channel, so hi. This one, this leaf, it's like gonna be massive and I'm so excited. And then this little guy down here is coming up as well. And I just love this plaster pot that I have it in. So this is my Philodendron Florida Ghost. All right, and then lastly on this top shelf is my Monstera Peru. These guys grow so freaking slowly, you guys, so slowly. And also Costa Farms is mass producing these, and they've been showing up at like Walmart in big full baskets for $17. So keep an eye out at your Walmart, because Costa Farms, they're just like, sorry about 2020, here's a bunch of rare plants cheap. But I do have a new leaf coming in right here. You're not going to be able to see it because it's like a barely there bump, and that bump has been here for a hot minute. You guys, these are seriously slow growers. Oh my gosh. I've had this as long as I've had my variegated string of hearts. So, because this came from the same person. So that is my Monstera Peru. Okay, now let's go down to the second shelf. Okay, first we'll talk about this lovely lady here. This is my Philodendron Silver Sword that I got as a cutting, and I rooted it in water. I waited until the roots were like 2.5 to 3 inches long before I put it in soil, per the recommendation of some friends. And it's just so happy. It just gave me this leaf, and it has another leaf already bulging right there. So it's very happy. This one does like the higher humidity, so I'm going to keep it in my grow tent, hoping that it'll flourish a little bit more. But I'm very happy with this. I think it's beautiful. It's stunning. Honestly, I think that if I set up my humidifier, then it'll be fine in my office. It needs higher humidity than what my office currently has, which is probably about 40% to 50%. It's winter and the heat is on, so. But this is my Silver Sword, Philodendron subhastatum. Probably wrong, but I love these silvery blue leaves. So pretty. Okay. Let's go back a little bit. Let's talk about another rehab I have in here. You guys are gonna remember this bitch. My Philodendron poinsee. I've got so many feelings about this plant. Like, I've been trying to root it, reroot it. I've had it in leca. Maybe I'll put it in moss and see how it does in moss. But it is just not happy at all. It looks like it might be trying to get this new growth to push out, but I don't expect this leaf to last any longer than it already is. I've contemplated cutting it up to this node. I just don't know what to do. Like, I think it knows that I'm like sour about it, but I've had it in water. Maybe I'll try moving it over to sphagnum today to see how it likes that. Because I have had it in that water for probably a month and it hasn't done shit. So it's probably because it knows I'm mad at it, but you know. Okay, so Next up in here, I have got a Hoya. I have got my Hoya enulada, and this one, I've had it for a long time. I think I got this one in June, and it is now January. Hasn't given me any new growth. Someone suggested putting it in the grow tent to see if it likes it, so it's only been in here for about a week. And someone also suggested my pot might be too big for it, but a smaller pot wouldn't support the leaves. It would fall over, because I did have it in a smaller pot at first. So I don't know if it's still just establishing itself or what, but this is a gorgeous Hoya. I'm gonna move to the side because I'm gonna throw up a picture of what a full grown one looks like with it trailing and everything. It's stunning. I mean, look at it. Like, damn, that's good. Okay, and here is another rehab. This is a dead leaf. Hold, please. Okay. I should probably change the water on this one also. It's a little dirty. This is my Syngonium Pink Splash, and it lost all of the leaves. These are the newest ones that have just opened up for me, and it seems like it's a lot happier since I put it in water to rehab it, because I legitimately lost every single root. So I put it in water as like a Hail Mary. So it seems a lot happier now. It's giving me consistent leaves since I've done this. It probably took about 3 weeks for it to like start giving me new growth, and it's not as quite mature as it was. So this is what the newer growth is looking like. And this is more what the older growth was. Like, it was already separated like that. So it's doing its thing. I like the immature form of this plant better. So, but I am going to change the water on this one as well. Okay. Let's do another Syngonium, which this shelf has several Syngonium on it. This is my my white butterfly Syngonium. It's been struggle bussing, and this leaf needs to come off because it has something on the back I don't like. Oh, it's just dirt. Okay, well, it was a dead leaf anyways. This is my Syngonium white butterfly, and it's just sad. I did have to rehab it before I potted it up, but it's potted up now, and it's looking better, but it's not looking great. I think what happened with my Syngonium is that I hit like a depression wave, and I just didn't water them. I waited until they were like completely flopped over instead of starting to droop like I'm supposed to before watering them. And I just waited until they were like meh over their pots, and I lost about half my Syngonium to root rot, and I've got one still rehabbing in water over there. Basically, I threw out the ones that are really cheap and easy for me to find. But yeah, okay. So this one here is another Hoya. This came in from my Hoya haul that I did with Asian plant imports. It's not looking the best, but this is my Hoya latifola, and it definitely has cold damage to it. Importing in the middle of the winter was not a good idea, but I think this one's going to be okay. I'll probably lose this leaf eventually. I don't know if I'll lose it right away, but I have it, whoops, in here in my grow tent and leca with some Super Thrive, and I'm sure it'll start giving me roots here eventually. But that's my Hoya latifola. Again, this is another large leafed Hoya, as you can tell. Okay, let's see. All right, here is my Philodendron painted lady. So this was the first leaf it came with, and then this is just the new plant that basically it's grown in my care. So this is the newest leaf. I mean, it's stunning. And this is such a quick and easy grower, you guys, and it's so easy to make happy. I've noticed it likes the humidity. It did fine when it was on my desk, but it really likes the humidity and the light to help with this coloring. This leaf came out since I've installed those grow lights, and this leaf opened up so quick, so I know it's loving that light and humidity. I wish that they would stay this color and not go down fully, you know what I mean? But this is a gorgeous, gorgeous plant. Very, very happy with it. This one leaf is kind of awkward. I might chop it just because of how awkward it is. But I mean, it's happy, so there's no reason to chop it. But yeah, this is my Philodendron painted lady. I got this for a great price. I got it for $35 and it was fully rooted. And I think shipping was $10, but this was also at the beginning of the pandemic versus now, where these are going for a lot more. Okay. Oh, another Syngonium. This here is my Syngonium albo. I have had so much trouble with this freaking plant. Oh, thank God it's giving me a new stem. Okay, it's got a new stem coming up right there. Thank God. Because this freaking plant has only given me all white leaves, and they die before they even have a chance to fully unfurl, and it's been driving me freaking bonkers. It gives me leaves regularly, but they don't freaking survive. So, like, this is another all white leaf, and it's brown. Even in my grow tent. So, I only spent $25 on this, so I want to hold on to it because it was such a good price, and I just really want it to be beautiful. Like, it has so much potential to be beautiful. But if I see them at Lowe's, you bet your sweet ass I'm getting one. Okay. So, here is what I bought as a pink princess node, and it's given me 2 leaves so far. The third one is on its way. The variegation on it is white. If you follow me on Instagram, then you've seen this, but look at that. The variegation on this is white. And I feel like the leaves are more narrow than your typical pink princess, so I don't know if this is a pink princess or not. There's no pink in the stem, so I don't know. But it has another leaf right there that is coming, so I don't know. I mean, only time will tell. I've heard some pink princesses can give you white leaves. I don't know. Here is a Hoya. This is a cutting off of my plant, but this is the Hoya polyneura. I took a cutting of it because it just wasn't giving me any growth. I wanted to cut it to promote growth. So that's what she's in here for, to make my pot fuller. And someone suggested putting polyneura in humidity to make it thrive. So that's what I did. And then this is the mother. This one right here is where I took the cutting, and like I've noticed a couple growth points on here starting to get a little perky. I don't know if anything's gonna happen, but you know, if it does, it does. This one, this is the newest leaves on this stem, and it's got another growth coming in right there, so I'm really excited. So it is now nighttime. It's like 9 o'clock here. So funny story. So this has been about 3 to 4 hours since I was filming. I had to leave my tent open, which it needed to air out anyway, so that's fine. Someone in a local group that I'm in posted in our Facebook group while I was using the bathroom that they found trebui moonlights, however you want to pronounce it. That's the Scindapsus, is like that dark gray with the beautiful silver sheen. Full buckets of it at Walmart for $14. So I went to go look for my Christmas money that my mother-in-law gave me because I wanted to buy a plant, and I was looking in between the couch cushions because I think that the card fell down in between the couch, and I caught my finger on a spring or something, and I sliced my finger open. Like, it's glued shut, so you can't really see, but from here to there, like completely open, and you could see like the muscle tissue in my finger. So my husband had to take me to urgent care to see if I needed stitches or the glue, and they were able to just glue it shut, thankfully. But yeah, that hurt like a bitch. So we're just gonna pick off where we left off, okay? And you know what? My eyelashes are coming off. I don't really care. So right there and right there. So you know what? If it bothers you, I'm sorry, but I'll pull them off before I go to bed. Okay, so where we left off. I'm glad I kind of separated everything, made it easier on myself, but I'm having a hard time like picking stuff up with this hand specifically. So this is my Syngonium Mango Illusion, and once I got it in, all of the leaves dropped, all of the leaves died. Hold please, my dog is scratching at the door to come inside. Anyways, so this Mango Illusion Syngonium, I have it in the grow tent just because all of the leaves died. Like, they just fell. So I just think it wasn't, it just didn't like shipping, maybe. But all of the growth is coming back in on it. So this is a beautiful Syngonium. I'm so excited to see it in its former glory. And then last on the shelf is my Monstera Stanleyana Albo. I love this plant. Like, I never knew that these leaves would be textured like they are, but they are, in fact, textured. I'm patiently waiting for this to just keep growing and growing and growing. This is the Monstera that I traded my Monoloa compacta for, and I'm very happy with that trade. And it was with someone semi-local in the Columbus area, so it was only about an hour north for me, and I got to go to Baker's Acres while I was there, and that was a garden center I really wanted to go to. Also, I'm whispering because Brian is currently trying to get Dean to go to sleep. It's his bedtime. It's my bedtime too, to be honest. I've been up since 4:30 today. But yes, this is my Monstera Stanleyana Albo, and where the white variegation is, the leaves are textured. It is the coolest thing ever, and I'm so excited for this to just keep growing. It seemed a lot happier in my grow tent when I had it in here, so I do have it back in here. Okay, and now for the bottom shelf. So I've got some cuttings in here. These are dead, so I'm not even going to talk about them. It was just off of my lemon lime Maranta. These have been in here maybe a week, maybe a week and a half, but they've already got roots coming in on them. I do need to change out the water in this, but my mother plant, which is right there, it was just getting really unruly. Like, it needed trimmed back, and I'm just gonna make a fuller pot with it. But yeah, so this is just a the roots on my lemon lime maranta. I don't know if you guys can hear this if the phone's picking it up, but Dean's crying. Okay. And next up, we have got a cutting off of my Monstera. Is it a Monstera? Yes, Monstera Stanleyana wide form. This was just a really awkward branch that had like tons of nodes and then leaves. So I cut it back to just make it fuller. So. I really hope you guys can't hear him. And then we've got my variegated ZZ starts that I've been patiently rooting for the past months, since like October. But they have the little rhizomes finally budding, and I'm not going to show you all of them because I do have a video completely dedicated to them. This one is the stalk, which has a new stalk coming up right there, and it looks like it has another one coming in there, and it has a root right here. But yeah, so this is my variegated ZZ stalk. Right, and this little guy is a purchase I made off of Mercari. This is a Monstera Dubia cutting that I got for like $35, and this top portion is going to fall off at some point. Like it's yellow, but I'm just currently rooting it in a tiny little humidity box that the guy sent it in with the sphagnum that he sent it in, and I'm just keeping it on there like that until I start seeing some roots, and then I can start to mount it. And we'll go ahead and talk about this sad, hopeless case. This is, I don't know why I'm trying with this. This is a chunk I have had for like 4 or 5 months, and I had reached out to the seller and she was like, it's probably done, it's probably dead. Part of it was still firm, so I wanted to keep trying with it, but this is supposed to be an Anthurium regale chunk, and I spent $80 on it for it to just get squishy. The other side of the node though is still firm, so I'm hoping that this is actually 2 nodes. I'm hoping that I can get something out of this side. I have it in here in sphagnum on my heat mat, so hopefully something happens with it. I'm hopeful but doubtful at the same time. So here is this. This was just a cutting that was sent to me, but she sent me this really cool box with it. It was a Crochyana silver cutting, or Crochyana splash cutting, and I've been using it as a prop box for a bunch of different stuff. So I'm gonna be cut out, sorry guys, my back's hurting from crouching. So in here I have got some Hoya Curtisii cuttings that are rooting nicely. I've got, this is either Pearls and Jade or Enjoy, I can't remember. There's a couple of those starts in here. Here is some nodes from the Aetherium that I cut back. Like, I was not kidding. It had like 6 freaking nodes that just weren't doing shit for me. And then here is the Crochyana splash cutting that I got, which is rooting up really nicely. And the splashing on this is so beautiful. So beautiful. it wasn't sold to me as a Crowheyana splash, it was just sold to me as a Crowheyana. But without the splashing on this, I'm calling it a splash. I mean, like, this is all splash. Gorgeous, gorgeous. So I'm excited about her. But there's not, you probably can't hear what I'm saying right now. So smart. But that is it for that propagation box. And then the rest of my collection in here is pots, because I went a little bit heavy with buying pots. So like terracotta, ceramic, glazed, yeah, cement. I have tons of pots. And then on top of that, selling plants off and plants just not making the cut and dying. I have a lot of pots. So again, here it's a final view. Yeah, so that's what the humidity dropped to. It was at 77 when I started, and now that's what it's at. So, but yeah, this is my beauty. My grow lights stay on for 12 hours and then they shut off. They turn on at 3. I don't know why 3. That's just the time that I had turned them on. These are the grow lights, how I have them situated. I have them angled. And then that one's just suspended above the middle. And I did these angled so that way highlight plants, I could put them directly under. And then plants like this, it doesn't want a ton of light. I can just move over to the side so that way it doesn't get burnt, because polyneura does not like a ton of sun. But yeah, that's her. Oh God, this is so good, so good. But yeah, that is pretty much it for my grow tent. I've got some maintenance I need to do. Probably not going to do it till tomorrow because I'm tired from today's events. So I'll probably be changing out the water on those items tomorrow. I have them set aside though, so I remember which ones they were exactly. But I've got several plants that need potted up. So there will be a pot with me or plant with me video coming soon, and lots of other fun things. So like I said, if you guys are new here, make sure you hit the subscribe button so you don't miss out on anything fun and exciting. If you're an OG, thank you so much for coming back. Like this video, drop a comment down below, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.